Amish weddings ain't like the ones you see in the movies. No glitz, no glamour, no white dress costing thousands of dollars. Just simplicity, tradition, faith. That's what truly matters in their world. The Amish have held on to their customs for generations, keeping their wedding ceremonies almost exactly the same as their ancestors did centuries ago. It's a way of life, a belief, a commitment, not just between two people, but between two families, two church communities, and, most importantly, between them and God. Weddings in Amish culture are more than just a one-day event. They're a process, a journey that begins long before the actual ceremony takes place. And once it does, it ain't over quickly. The celebration, the feast, the togetherness, it stretches on, lasting not hours but days. The secret engagement and wedding announcements. Amish couples don't just announce their engagement like the rest of the world does. There's no flashy proposal, no diamond ring worth a small fortune, just a quiet understanding. A decision made between two people who have prayed about it, thought long and hard. And when they decide, they keep it secret for a while. Only their families know, maybe a close friend or two, but the wider community, they don't find out until much later. And when they do, it's not through social media or fancy invitations. It's through a church announcement, a simple mention, a quiet acknowledgement during a Sunday service, usually in the late fall. That's it. And then the real preparations begin. The wedding season and choosing the date. Timing is everything. Amish weddings ain't held any time of the year. They take place in the fall, after the harvest is done. Late October, early November, that's the season. The reason? Practicality. The Amish live off the land. The growing season keeps them too busy in spring and summer. But once the crops are harvested, the barns are stocked, the fields are bare, then and only then is their time to celebrate. That's when they gather. That's when love is honored. Choosing the date is also a community decision, because Amish weddings aren't small affairs. Everyone's invited. Friends, extended family, church members. And since many weddings happen around the same time, the bishop helps make sure no two weddings overlap, so everyone can attend. The wedding dress and simplicity in attire. No lace, no frills, no sparkling jewels. The Amish bride won't walk down the aisle in a designer gown. Instead, she wears a simple, solid-colored dress, usually blue or purple, handmade by her family. Modest, long sleeves, high neckline, no veil, no fancy shoes. And the most surprising part? She'll wear it again. Unlike in the modern world, where wedding dresses are worn once and stored away, an Amish bride's wedding dress becomes her Sunday best. She'll wear it to church services for years. And one day, when her time comes, it will be her burial dress. The groom? Just as simple. A plain black suit, a white shirt, suspenders, no tie, no fancy shoes. Because to the Amish, the wedding isn't about looking grand. It's about something deeper. The wedding day begins before sunrise. Long before the first guests arrive, before the sun even peeks over the horizon, the Amish wedding day begins. The bride and her family wake early. The kitchen comes to life. Pots clatter, steam rises. There's food to be made, enough for hundreds. Because an Amish wedding isn't a small, intimate dinner. It's a feast, a massive spread, roasted chicken, mashed potatoes, noodles, pies, so many pies. While the women work the kitchen, the men prepare the barn or the house for the service. Wooden benches are arranged, hymnals set out. Everything must be ready, because when the guests start arriving, there won't be time to slow down. The wedding ceremony, a simple but sacred union. No grand church, no organ music, no walk down the aisle. The Amish wedding ceremony is held in the bride's home or barn, and it's humble, sacred. No fuss, no elaborate vows. The couple sits on a bench, surrounded by their loved ones. The bishop leads the service. Prayers are said, hymns are sung, and then, after what seems like hours, comes the moment everyone's been waiting for. The vows, spoken softly, simple words, but weighty with meaning. No rings exchanged. No, you may kiss the bride. Just a promise, a commitment made before God and their people. And with that, they are married. The wedding feast, a meal for hundreds. By the time the ceremony ends, everyone's hungry, and they know what's coming. The feast, it's not just any meal. It's a tradition passed down for generations. The same dishes prepared the same way every single time. Roasted chicken, mashed potatoes with brown butter, Amish stuffing, sweet and sour chow chow. And the desserts, oh, the desserts. Apple pie, shoe fly pie, pumpkin pie. The tables stretch on for what seems like miles, filled with food made by loving hands. And the best part? The guests don't just eat. They help serve. They take turns moving through the kitchen, making sure everyone gets their share. Because an Amish wedding isn't about being served. It's about serving. The wedding night and the unexpected tradition. The wedding day is long, but it doesn't end with a glamorous honeymoon. Amish couples don't rush off to tropical beaches or luxury resorts. Instead, they spend their first night apart. That's right. After the celebration ends, the bride stays with her family. The groom? He goes home to his parents. It's not until the next day that they officially begin their new life together. And even then, they don't just settle into their own home right away. They spend the winter traveling, going from one relative's house to another, visiting family, helping out where needed. They're called bride and groom visiting, and it's how they slowly ease into married life. The days after, a community affair. The wedding may be over, but the work isn't. Because an Amish wedding means leftovers. Lots of them. And just like the feast, the cleanup is a communal effort. The women gather in the kitchen, dividing up what's left, making sure no food goes to waste. The men put away the benches, tidy up the barn, restore order. And through it all, there's laughter, storytelling, shared memories. Because an Amish wedding isn't just about the couple. It's about everyone. It's a reaffirmation of community. A reminder that in their world, no one walks alone. A marriage rooted in faith and simplicity. At the end of it all, an Amish marriage is about more than just love. It's about faith, simplicity, duty. It's about choosing a life that rejects vanity and embraces humility. While the world outside chases grand, expensive weddings, the Amish hold on to something deeper, something real. Their weddings aren't just a day to celebrate. It's a lifetime commitment, one that extends beyond the couple and into their entire community. And in that simplicity, that quiet devotion, there's a beauty unmatched.